Well, the Texans, after getting Stefon Diggs, have bounced up to one of the top contenders for the top favorites to win the AFC. But what are my thoughts on this? Alright, so what's going on, guys? My name is Antonio, and this is the All Around Sportscast. I'm your host, Antonio. Today, we are talking about the Houston Texans. Yesterday, they just made a trade with the Buffalo Bills to get Stefon Diggs, adding him to the squad, which is a big move. But after the trade, they bounced ahead of the Buffalo Bills to be a favorite to win the AFC. But the question is, with this scary team on the rise, are the Texans a AFC contender or more? So I'm going to be going over the reasons why they could or couldn't be. I'm going to be going over what they need to do to get to the Super Bowl and what they need to do to defeat some of the opponents that lie in their path. Now, of course, I'm a Seahawks fan, so I've been watching this situation very closely in Houston. And I gotta say, they're doing really good. In fact, they're more all in than the Dallas Cowboys are right now. But they're probably my second favorite team. I always put my Seahawks first, though. Always Seahawks first. But for now, let's get this thing started. So, I believe they're an AFC contender because if we look around at this squad, you got a powerhouse stacked offense. You got Tank Dell, you got Nico Collins, you got Stefon Diggs, the Joe Mixon that you acquired, and then also Dalton Schultz. Those right there are 5 really good weapons. Dalton Schultz is a bog. He is an amazing player, an amazing tight end. And then you also add on with a high-level defense under DeMeco Ryans. This defense is really good because you got the Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year last year in Will Anderson Jr. You got now Danielle Hunter, Derek Stingley Jr., and still many other guys on this defense. This team honestly looks scary. If I had to rank my top 3 AFC teams at the moment, I would put the Texans at 3. I would put them ahead, below the Kansas City Chiefs, of course, and then also along with the Cincinnati Bengals, or Baltimore, whichever you depend on them, who wins the North. But if I had to go right now, if I had to choose this Texans team right now against Kansas City, I would choose the Texans because they are looking so good. They are just so amazingly talented this year. They are going to be a threat. They're going all out in this free agency. And they're only going to do that more in the draft. Because remember, CJ Stroud in the playoff game against the Ravens, they didn't have Tank Dell. Tank Dell was on the injury reserved. And I think if he would have played, it would have probably maybe been a little closer. But, of course, it is going to be a great season to be a Texans fan. After going 3-13-1 2 years ago, about 2 years ago now, and then automatically becoming like 10-7 the next year, that is incredible. This turnaround has been amazing. And they caught my attention after they beat the Cincinnati Bengals. That's when they really started to catch my attention. Because I was covering other teams like the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills and other teams at the time. I wasn't really paying attention to the Texans. But CJ Stroud, he is an amazing quarterback. I've watched him since he was at Ohio State. He was amazing throughout this season. He was amazing. He was sensational. And I think if the Texans can beat the Chiefs, that might be the ultimate deciding factor if they're a contender or not. But this team, I could look at them right now, and I could see them winning the South and maybe potentially winning the AFC alone. Because Kansas City, they lost their best great corner in L'Jarius Sneed, who is now with their division rival, the Tennessee Titans. But this, I think, is going to be a great opportunity for the Houston Texans to rise in growth. And this team is going to be legit scary. And I think this is probably the most scariest roster on both offense and defense in the NFL because they are stacked top to bottom. And they've been only doing so more in the recent moves that they've made in free agency. But anyways, that's my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on the notification bell for day-to-day updates on my videos and live streams. I'll catch you all in the next one. So long for now.